this can happen. Our next recipient has been an instrumental part of this team since 2015. He brings an enormous depth of experience and expertise in the camping world and has embraced Y Camp at Horse Thief Reservoir as his home. I've worked on our camp advisory committee with Scott Gill. I didn't expect this to happen, but when I see Randy and Scott, and I'm like, gosh, my camp team is awesome. And I can tell you that he's never just played the role of an advisor. This is someone who likes to get his hands dirty. Every time I've been up at camp to do a cleanup, Scott's right there. I also remember when he asked, hey, I've got this tractor I'd like to donate. Do you think the camp would want it? Well, yeah, of course. In fact, personally, I'd love to have it, but anyway. So we said yes. And we found out a little bit more of the backstory on this. The rest of the story is that this tractor, circa 1946 Ford 2N, was back in Wisconsin. So he had to go back there and get it, haul it out, and it needed to be refurbished as well. But he assured us that his son, who was an engineer, and he could do this. I'm an engineer, I could never do that. But anyway, these two were quite successful, and the gray mouse got all buffed out and is now chugging right along, so Scott can haul stuff around, he can clear roads, etc. You gotta come see the gray mouse, she's awesome. When we were short-handed, another one of the wonderful things that Scott has done for us, he came and helped at camp with the outdoor education programs. He jumped right in, and with his background as a professional outdoor educator, he volunteered countless hours over a number of years, teaching sixth graders about the wonders of nature. He is, I'm reading this, but it's from my heart, because I know this about you, Scott. Kind, patient, knowledgeable, and enthusiastic teacher. He's always had a big heart and welcomes everyone into his home and into his heart. He helped make the Y Camp probably one of the best outdoor education programs around in the state of Idaho. He put us on the map. When Idaho Fish and Game offered the chance to manage the campgrounds, similar to Randy's story, Scott was right there at his side. They developed a plan that really helped make it happen. I remember all of us going through this, and we were going through the strategic screen, and we had to figure out, okay, mission, what does it mean, all of our goals, etc. And we kind of felt like we had it, but it was really Scott who clearly and actually beautifully articulated it in a letter that went to leadership that nailed it. And it has been a success. He has really shared that vision forward in so many different ways. He, with Randy at his side, has brought in $2.5 million in grant funding for the Idaho Fish and Game, for that campground, to clean it up and make it a fantastic place. There are, as we checked and did some background work, there are no sheriff calls to that Horse Thief Reservoir anymore. There were half a dozen at least every year, usually more like a dozen, so that place is really cleaned up with those two. It's a fantastic front door. These are just a few examples of the heart and care that Scott brings to the YMCA and to his beloved camp. He makes camp not just an experience for our youth, he makes it a home. Scott, will you join me? Let's see, let me get it right. It is my honor to present you with the
YMCA Service and Youth Award.
Thank you so much. Well, this is most unexpected, but appreciated. Thank you so much. My experience with the Y goes way back and probably no longer politically correct, but I was part of a youth Y program back when I was probably 5 or 6 or 7 years old. I believe it was called Indian Guides. And one of the first experiences that I remember was an opportunity for a father-son overnight at a Y camp near Dubuque, Iowa called Wapsie Y on the Wapsipinicon River, where my dad took me canoeing. And I fell in love not only with the outdoors, but with canoeing and also with camp. And I've been fortunate, my wife Nora is here. We have enjoyed our life in the outdoors. Both of us have experience working on camps, experience of scout camps, but it was really a pleasure to have the opportunity. Again, Jim Everett knocking on my door when I retired from 20 years as your regional director with Outward Bound, to be able to share some of my experiences at Horse Thief Reservoir and to see that camp grow. So it's been an experience where I've been surrounded by wonderful people on the Y Camp Advisory Committee, including Betsy and Randy and others. Martha's here, Janice. We really do surround ourselves with phenomenal people at the Y, and I'm most appreciative of that. Thank you.